did tell Danny if he throws up to leave his microphone on because that's good content.
Because it's going to be a lot of Yang Hansen.
Or emptying content,
Yeah.
whichever you want to say.
There's at least 2 cans behind me.
Well, Danny, you were down in Vegas for a reason.
Yeah.
Do you remember the reason you were down in Vegas?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. It feels like it was so long ago now. Went down there to, check out the big boy, Yang Hansen, and
The big boy, Kevin from Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, right.
He is the tallest, isn't he?
Yeah. And then it was funny, like one of the dudes, again, I was with a bunch of NBA guys. Howie is the shortest guy.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
like the guy?
No. He's not. You're thinking the other guy, like the
AJ.
Yes.
Okay.
AJ. Yes, that's the other one.
Look at me, on a Monday.
But he looks like Jonathan Givony, the ESPN NBA draft guy. I literally took a picture of it during the show and sent it to Mike Schmitz, who he's super good friends with him. Like, the board has reviewed that Howie D from Backstreet Boys looks like Jonathan Givony.
I love it.
It was we found a way to tie it back to the NBA.
I love it. So the big news about the Blazers at Summer League is the debut of Yong Hansen.
Mm-hmm.
2 games, fairly similar stat lines when you look at it.
Yep.
What I got, 24 minutes, 26 minutes, 3 of 7, 4 of 8, 10 points both games. But numbers across all stat lines.
Yeah, he finds a way to impact the game in every facet. And, I did that huge deep dive on him, and I was really interested to see what he was going to look like. And at his very first practice, one of the questions I asked him was like, the pace of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, through his translator, Chris, he was like, it's too fast. It's too fast. I need things to slow down. So
He was saying that.
Yeah. And he was very honest about it.
Well, don't we always say that as you walk into, whether it's like college,
Whatever
you
it is,
can play at
it's
Alabama against Georgia in a playoff.
It's different.
And you get to the NFL and it's 10 times faster.
Yeah.
The NBA is the same way.
So what I kind of went in going into that first game with was like, all right, let's see if he's ready. I have no expectations. Let's just see how he adjusts to the speed and the physicality and all these things. And shout out head coach Ronnie Burrell. He knew the assignment. The Blazers win the tip. They run a staggered screen for Hansen coming out of the corner, get him to the top, swing it back. City gets it back to Young. Boom, a little zipper cut. And Hansen just throws a saucy dart of a bullet pass or bounce pass, lands right in CD's mitts for a dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Place goes wild.
I think that was my favorite, I guess I'll say it. My favorite takeaway was I loved him as a teammate.
Yeah. Oh, so
he looked great as a teammate.
He immediately, even though his English is very limited, is using basketball vernacular to communicate.
That's what I would think. Like, basketball is still basketball. No matter what language you speak, basketball is still basketball.
And
football's football.
Ronnie told us that one of the things that they focused on the most with him was like, let's get his vocabulary up a little bit. Let's like really drive that stuff home.
Like
that
pass, outlet, backdoor.
Yeah, like
pick, roll.
And you could tell, and he was directing stuff on both ends of the floor. So for a guy who was said on Saturday, stuff is too fast to come into Friday, and look, his basketball IQ is very legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
It is very real. It is very legitimate. He's a dude. Like, he is a basketball player. Like, Scoot and Shaden they didn't have this.
Yeah. Of just the
G League
aura.
Like the G League Ignite for not even just that, but like the G League Ignite did not do Scoot or anybody who played for the Ignite any favors. Shaden came from EYBL, didn't play at Kentucky, and just was thrust into the NBA.
He had one practice at Kentucky. Yeah. Okay.
Hansen's a pro.
Yeah,
and
he has been a pro.
He has been a pro, and you can say the CBA stuff and all that. He is a pro.
I have to imagine Vegas was not Danny Marang Vegas for Young.
No.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So the Blazers put a video out of like I think the 2K guys gave him a PS5. He was carrying this around like the Ring of Power. It was like my precious. He like it gave it to him.
One ring to rule them all.
He lit up like a kid on Christmas. It was so dope. But so Hansen just like through the whole game, he is just flashing stuff everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Blocking shots. Like he had a couple passes that guys screwed up, bobbled or lost, or You know, they didn't cut hard enough. He was just doing like I don't care about anybody's box score at Summer League.
Right.
Cooper Flag went 5 of 21. I'm sitting there watching that game in one of the other media sections with a bunch of scouts. We got done with that game, and we like, wait, he went 5 of 21. Like none of us,
because you didn't care.
None of us
He was
cared.
missing shots, and you don't care.
Yeah, but he was missing shots that he was taking the right shot. Like, that's what you want to see, guy. You want to see decision making.
Right. And that's something we'll talk about in the 2 o'clock hour, kind of just what it's like to play in the G League and the guys you're surrounding. But at the same time, you know, it's your debut and you've still got to make it work with whoever you're playing with. And I like how you said it was a little bit of everything: blocks, steals, rebounds. I thought his passing was phenomenal.
I mean, his
passing was great.
He's going to come into the league as one of the premier passing big men.
And
like, legitimately, and I know how out of pocket that sounds. Dude can sling it.
Hey, Blazer fandom has a lot of fond memories of a big guy that can pass well.
Casey Holdall, you know, Trailblazers beat reporter, social media, all content specialist for the team. You know, after I think it was his first press availability, he was like, Jokic stuff is great. He goes, you want to be Sabonis. Here you want to be Sabonis.
Yep.
Like, that's the guy, that's what you want to lean
He
into.
He took a couple threes.
He did. And
his shot looks better than Arvidas, though.
Well, I mean,
I think my shot looks better than Arvidas.
Vitas could hit it, but, you know.
From three, I should say.
Hansen banked in a three, and, you know, it's one of those things where I can't remember who said it. God, again, I'm struggling. But it was some version of, like, when you play the game the right way, the game rewards you.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, so he banks in the three. But, like, he had probably 7 passes in the first game where you're like, there's maybe 7 bigs in the NBA that can make that pass. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, the list is very short. Like, yes, it's Jokic, but it's like it's Sabonis, it's Isaiah Hartenstein. Like, it's a short list. Like, guys that can really pass it. And it was really interesting. After he has that first half where he is electric,
mm-hmm.
The gym is on fire. The media, national media, are losing their minds. Like, oh, this dude has got juice. I had 3 front offices come up to me and tell me we had him top 20. We had him top 20.
Well, that was the whole point of the Blazers moving up to go get him, was they knew that Minnesota was going to grab him right behind him.
Minnesota was one team, Brooklyn at 19 or 22, and then the Hawks at 23. All 3 teams. I found out that the Minnesota Timberwolves had Hansen in for a private workout the week of the draft.
That's why we didn't hear about it. That's why it's like this big shock to us, you know, little people. I am a little person, literally and figuratively.
Talking to the Blazers front office.
That you're like, what? Who is this guy? This don't make sense. And it's like, well, everybody knew who this guy was.
Yeah,
it was just about were you willing to take on that kind of project?
He had real heat, and the front office told me that, you know, because the big deal was the Pelicans trade when they gave up that unprotected pick and they going back to 23. They told me that they were not comfortable going beyond 16. And even at 16, they were a little scared because what happens if San Antonio trades out or somebody else trades out? And at 17, the Timberwolves, I've been told, were very much considering taking him. They ended up taking a big Johan Berenger, who is a walking block party. But there was real heat around Hansen going into that part of the draft. And if the Blazers don't take him at 16, he might go at 17.
I don't know the last time we saw a player at Summer League kind of boost this kind of injection into the fan base without severe overreacting.